Grade 12, let's look at the preparation for 2025 Prelim, Paper 2 Mathematical Literacy, and we try to answer these simple questions. All right, a chef prepared a creamy chocolate mousse. Study the recipe below that she used, and answer the questions that follow. This is the recipe is a list of what? Ingredients, ne? Okay? They're telling us it has all these ingredients. The preparation time is 15 minutes. Cooking time, 6 minutes. It serves 4 people. Then the method they say, grate the chocolate and melt it in a pot. Whisk eggs, white or powdered, you have to read through this, right? Mix the chocolate and cook for 6 minutes. These minutes are all in preparation. Then they say, spoon this mixture into glasses, sparkle the chocolate powder, then chill in the fridge for 1 hour. Consider this. All right. They're telling us to convert the heavy whipping cream liters, I'll use this side here a little bit. Let me see. Okay, now the heavy, we are looking at this. We are looking at the heavy double. We are looking at this. That's number 1. So we are going to change it to liters. So simply meaning it's we are changing 125 milliliters to liters. Whenever you're changing milliliters to liters, we divide by 1,000. So here you just divide by 1,000, and you end up having your answer 0.125. Don't forget, these are what? Liters. Determine the number of grams of chocolate powder needed for 12 people. When we check on the next year here, this serves 4 people. It's for 4 people. And how many grams do we need for chocolate? There are 50 for 4 people. What about 12? So we shall ask ourselves, 12 divided by 4 times 50, which will give us 150 grams. Determine the total time that it will take. Determine the total time it will take to repeat the recipe twice. Total time it will take. When you come here, preparation time is 15 minutes plus 6. All right. So we are saying this is 21 minutes. But if they say twice, what shall we do? We shall multiply by 2. The answer becomes 42 minutes. Answer becomes 42 minutes. So they're asking us the total time that will take to repeat the recipe. So we shall say the 21 minutes, 21 minutes, 21 minutes times 2. We get the answer as 42 minutes. We get the answer as 42 minutes. Then they are saying the mousse was ready for serving at 5 past 12. At what time did the chef start to make the mousse? Remember, you need 21 minutes for preparation and getting ready. Take note of this. 15 minutes plus the 6. Those are 21 minutes. Then we come up and we say 21 minutes plus the 1 hour for chilling. The 1 hour for chilling, right? In the fridge. Those are 60 minutes. All right? Those are 60 minutes. So 1 hour. So all in all, what do we have? We are going to use 1 hour, 21 minutes. At what time did the chef start? So we need to because if it ends at this time, so we need to work backwards. So we are going to subtract. Okay, we are going to say 12 hours, 5 minutes minus 121. It's impossible to subtract. It's impossible to subtract 21 from 5. What we do, we borrow. This becomes 60, meaning 65 minus 21. 65 minus 21. I believe you end up having, is it 42? This is 44, 44. Now here you're remaining with a 1. What does it become? So the person began at this time. How do we do that on our calculators? We shall pick the calculator and we press in 12 and you press this key. Then you press 05, press that key, minus, we said 1 hour, 21 minutes, and you press equals. Still, we get the same answer as that. Okay, let's continue. Question number 1.2. 1.2. Mandla lives in Durban and found a new job in Tabangoe, 63 kilometers east of Bloemfontein. The map on annexure A shows the national roads of South Africa on which Mandla will travel to work and to and from work. Use the map on annexure A, use a map in annexure A, and information above, answer the following questions. Choose 2 types of scales not used on the map. Write down only the letters that represent the correct scale. So here we have our map. It's this one here. Which scale is used here? Oh, we already see there's a scale here. This scale is called a what? This scale is called, this is a bar. It's a bar scale, right? Or you can call it a linear scale. So now when we come to our question here, they're saying, choose 2 types of scales not used on the map. So we already seen that it's what? This one is the one which is used. So meaning we need the A and the C. All right, there we go. Identify the town where N1 and N5 join. Let's go to the map. N1, yes, we have N1 here. This is N8. There's nothing, N8. I need N1 and okay, N5. And so wonderful. It's just right here. This down here. This down. So we shall come back and write it down and we say it's when back. Determine the number of national roads on the map with an even number. Numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, even number. So we need even number. So we have N8, that's 1. Then N6, that's 2. Then we have N12, that's 3. N14, that's 4. We don't repeat. So we have 4 of them. We don't have N2. Okay. So we have 4 of them. You can write 4 national roads, or you can write it in words if you want, but it's a figure is fine also. Okay. If Martha drives from Durban on national roads and does not turn left from Durban, he does not turn left. You understand? Then it does not turn left onto N8 at Bloemfontein, but continues on N1. What is the first town he will meet? Let's go and see. He does not, now we are here. He does not turn left. He does not take this. He continues with N1. This is N1. Which town does he meet first? It's this town here, Edinburgh. So the answer becomes Edinburgh. The answer becomes Edinburgh. Okay. So what does it simply mean? We are looking at this other one, 1.1.3. Polokwane District Municipality supplied 920 schools with 2 water tanks each to reduce the cost of municipal water bills that schools must pay for water and sanitation. The diameter of each tank is 132 centimeters and the height is 1.5 meters. The tank has a water storage capacity of 2.05 kiloliters. Use the information above to answer the questions that follow. Determine the radius. Now, whenever we look at the radius, remember radius will always be half of the diameter. half of the diameter. So simply meaning we are going to get our diameter there. 132, we divide it by 2. 132 divided by 2, and you get you end up having your answer as 65, 66, 65. We have 132. 132 divided by 2, we have 66. 66 what? Centimeters. Calculate the total number of tanks supplied to 900. So if each takes 2, what we have, it's 920 times 2, which is 1,840 tanks. Okay, write down the correct unit of measurement for volume using only the letters A, B, C. So volume will always be cubic. So here we have the answer as what? B. Yeah, telling us, explain the term diameter. You can say diameter is twice the what? The radius. Or you can say is the distance from one end of the circle to another end through the what? We are saying the other end through the another end through the center, another end through the center. Okay, that is it. We can continue and we go to 1.4. Lindy way. Okay. May I use, let me use this here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're telling us Lindy way is busy planning for the month of October 2024. The calendar of October 2024 is given below. Days from Sunday to Saturday or Monday to Monday. Okay, there are some occasions there they are planning. Okay, we are coming here. They say, write down the number of days Granny comes to visit. Number of days Granny comes to visit. In other words, how long did she stay? So we are saying on the 27th, she arrives. Isn't it that, could it be 1, 1, 2, 3, then 4? Because here she lives, she goes back to the village. She has not, so we count from the day she came in. So they are 4 days. We are saying they are 4 days from the day she arrives. Okay, Lindy's mom will be 57 years old on 3rd October 2024. Determine the year when she was born. Please, you take the current year, which is 2024, minus the age. And this gives us 1967. This is 1967. So she was born in 1967. This marks the end of question number 1. Question number 2. Mrs. Tazibani lives in Lesotho. She's planning a holiday in KwaZulu-Natal. She plans on going to Welfare and a few other places. Below is a map that she will use to decide on all the places to visit. Map showing regions of KwaZulu-Natal. Map showing regions of KwaZulu-Natal. It's this one here. When we look at it, does it have a scale? No, it has just a compass. It's fine. All right, then we go. Question 2.1. Identify the type of roads indicated on the map. Identify the type of roads indicated on the map. When you look at the map here, the only road that is indicated, it's what? We have N3, we have N2. Identify the roads indicated. So we shall call them national roads. National roads, N. Then what type, okay, what is the general direction of very height from Lesotho? Swaziland, this is okay. Lesotho is here. Then the place we're looking at is here. So from Lesotho means you're here and you're heading that side. This is north, east. So the general direction that we have there is supposed to be north, northeast. Okay, which province in South Africa, in south of Lesotho, which province? Which province is south of Lesotho, excluding KwaZulu-Natal? South of Lesotho, it's like this. So we can see what? Eastern Cape. South of Lesotho. It's the East Sea. Eastern Cape. The distance from Lesotho to Verheyen, it's 614 kilometers, 6. Then, and Mrs. Tabasan is driving on an average speed of 120. Determine how long it will take her to reach this place here. Give a final answer in hours and minutes. So what we're going to do is to substitute into the formula. First and foremost, what are we looking for? We are looking for time. And when you look at time, remember that diagram there, the triangle that we usually have, DSTV, you understand? So the formula here is wrong because we're looking for time. Because how do I know that I'm looking for time? Because I'm asking how long will it take in hours and minutes. That means my formula has to change to time equals to distance divided by speed. Then I have to substitute in 1. I divide it by 120. So I do that and I put it in the calculator straight away. Let me show you how we do it on the calculator. So we've said it's distance, which is 614,6 divided by 120. So this is the answer I get, 5, 5,12. Mind you, these are what? Hours. So how do you change them to hours and minutes? On your calculator, the way you've got this answer here, please just press this key here. This key here, and it will give you 5 hours, 7 what? Minutes. Those ones who wanted to go ahead, you can say, these are 5 hours already full. Then there's if you remove the 5 hours, remain with 0,12, which is change it to minutes, multiply by that 60 there. You get your 0,12 times 60. Yeah, you get 7,2. But these are what? Minutes. So how many full minutes? We have 7. All right, let's continue. Question number 2.2. The person here has decided to stop in Free State before leaving to another place. The car
she drives has a fuel consumption of 5.9 liters per 100 kilometers. And it costs, and the cost of petrol is 24 rands 45 cents per liter. Give the person clear set of directions to get to Enendo from Free State, where she plans to spend a day with the family before going to the final destination. So let's come here. We see the person is from Free State. Okay, it's from Free State. You're giving the clear direction, but I think you tell them they should use N3. After N3, they will tend to go to Durban. After Petermaritzburg, they should turn. They should turn left, head into N2. N2, they drive up to Richards Bay. After Richards Bay, they go to Empire again. Then they will turn left into the local land there. So this is the direction. You have to explain it in your own way, but don't write an essay. All right? Determine the number of liters of petrol Mrs. Tabasan will need for a return trip from Lesotho to. Now remember, they have already told you the scenario before. They told us Lesotho to find the distance is only this one here. Why am I using this distance? Because the question, this is 2.1.4. It's still following. It's question number 2. Had it been question number 3, then it would have us, but still the same person. So the distance we are looking at is 614.6 kilometers. We need to multiply this by 2. Why? We are looking at a return trip. A return trip. So simply meaning, we need to multiply that. We get the answer, which could be, pick your calculator there, which could be, this is 1,229.2 kilometers. Now, we are not interested in this. We are interested in the number of liters of petrol. So if every 100 kilometer it consumes 5.9, what will happen for this? What we do? Shall divide by 100, then multiply by 5.9 for every 100. So when we divide by 100, we shall get 12.292 times 5.9. So the number of liters is going to be 75.52 liters. Hence, calculate the total, the petrol cost. So we've got it at 75. So we shall just say our 75.52 times 24 rands 45 cents. 24 rands 45 cents. So the money will have to be 1,773 rands and 18 cents. Okay. The Dabanon registered her daughter at one of the tertiary institutions in Lesotho. Annexure B illustrates the layout plan of the second floor. So we have to go to Annexure B. This is Annexure B. Just check, it's a floor plan. So we are saying, explain the meaning of the given scale. Let's kind of check the scale. The scale is here, that's given. Look at this scale. They wanted to give the meaning. The type of scale, it's a number scale or ratio scale. Then give the meaning. The meaning you're going to tell us, because I've told you it's 1 is to 350. What is the meaning? You will say 1 unit on paper equals 350 units in real real life. Identify one feature on this layout plan that indicates that this is a multi-story building. Multi-story building, meaning it has several floors. You understand? First and foremost, for you to know that you're going to climb, what do you need? You either need stairs, that's the first thing, or we call them elevators. Others might call them lifts. So that's what we are looking at. Then if the map does not have them, then you say, but then first go to the key, you see? The key shows E for elevators. This kind of shape here, these are stairs. These ones here, these are stairs. You see that? These are also stairs. You see that? Stairs. We have stairs. You see? So we have E. So these are the features that show that so we shall say, I said one feature. Please don't give more than enough. If they say one feature, give that. Don't waste ink. Which entrance is the farthest from the library? First and foremost, allocate the library. Here we are. This is the library. Then entrances that we have this. This one's nearer. You see that? Then another entrance is this other one here. So the farthest is Atta Street entrance. Atta Street entrance. Determine the number of restrooms available on the layout plan. Number of restrooms. Restrooms. We have R. Restrooms. So we have 1, 2. Any other R? 3, 4. Any other R? Do we have any R anywhere else? So we can conclude and we say there are 4 for restrooms. Okay. Determine the probability of finding a science laboratory on the second floor. The science laboratory. So here we have the library technology, then we have presentation room, research computers, library, then okay. These are computers. We don't have any laboratory. So what do we say? It's 0, ne? It's 0. They're telling us to measure the length of the south face wall of the presentation room. South. So we measure the length. The south wall means, do you have any campus here? Okay, yeah. Here, this is the north. That means you're measuring the one which is what? Down. Presentation hall. Presentation room, ne? You see? Because that's what it said. They said the presentation room, the south wall. So this is it. When we measure that, we measure this, we come up with a value which is 34 millimeters. Ne? By the way, when you're measuring this, now 34, this is what I got according to my rule. But for you, you might have 33, we shall take it. You might have a 35, we shall take it. No, a difference of 1 or 2. It's acceptable. So we say we've measured so we've got it as what? 34 millimeters. Okay. Hence, calculate the actual length of the southern wall of the prison. So now they want you to get the actual length. But remember, we have the scale that says, the scale says if you only have 1 unit on paper, you have 300 and what? 50. So now on paper for you found out you have 34. What will it be? Cross multiply there, becoming, it becomes 34 times 3. All right. 34 times 3. So, which equals to 1. Mind you, these are millimeters. So, they want the actual length in meters. So, millimeters too. So, now that means we change this to meters. What do we do? We divide by 1,000. And the answer became, it's 11,9. Don't forget the units. These are meters. They said, let me see, give your answer to the nearest meter. That means you need to round off, which gives you 12 meters. Okay. Question number 3. Queens High School decides to tile the floor of their school hall using square-shaped dark blue tiles. The hall is rectangular shaped. A small rectangular stage is located against the front wall of the hall, as illustrated in the diagram below. The length of the stage is 10 meters and the width is 5.5 meters. The stage will not be tiled. The length of each side of one tile is 60 centimeters. The school needs to determine the number of tiles needed. Now, come here to the diagram. They are saying this part under here is not going to be tiled. You understand? This part is not going to be tiled. But this one, let me see. I think we should do it this way. The area to be tiled will be around this shape here. This one that I've shaded. It's the area to be tiled. The area to be tiled. This is it. So, yeah, if this is the area to be tiled, that's what we're going to calculate. Then we have to find out. Then we go straight to the question. 5 marks. Calculate the area of the floor of the school hall to be tiled, considering that the stage will not be tiled. What happens? We are going to start with, we shall calculate the area of the hall. As area of the hall, I'll call it area of the hall, AH, then minus area of the stage, which is AS. So area of the hall, what shall we say? Area of the hall will equal to length times what? Breadth, which is, because it's a rectangle. So what do? We have length as 18 and breadth as what? 12. The answer there becomes 18 times 12 equals to 2. You see that? These are meters what? Meters squared. Then go ahead, look for the area of the stage, which is also it's a rectangle, A times B. Its length being 10, its breadth being what? 55. So here we have the answers 55 meters what? Squared. But this is not the end. We are looking for the area to be tiled. As I told you, we need to subtract. So what are we going to do? We shall say 216 minus 55. And the answer would become 161 meters squared. 161 meters what? So that's the area to be tiled. Okay, so we continue. The tiler, the person who is going to tile, requires 10% more tiles to be purchased to complete the tiling job. Calculate the area of one tile that will be used to give your answer in the meter squared. Now remember, where are we going to get this? The length of the square they have already given us, it's this one here, but it's in centimeters. And why have they given us one? Because they said this. They said they are going to use what? Square shaped dark blue tiles. That means the tiles are in square form. So what we're going to do is to find the area of only one in the meters squared. First and foremost, we change the 60 centimeters to meters by dividing by what? 100. We divide by 100, and this becomes 0.6 meters. So now the area of only one tile will equal to length times what? Length, which is the same as 0.6 times 0.6. Do that for me. So you end up having 0.36 meters what? Squared. Okay. Hence, determine how many tiles must be bought, including the extra 10%. Tiles to be bought. Now, when we look at the number of tiles, it will be area to be tiled, area, or we say, let's call it area to be covered. Area to be covered divided by the area of only one tile. You understand? Area to be covered. This one here, area to be tiled, which is this. Area to be what? Area to be covered divided by the area of only one tile. So simply meaning we have our area as 161 meters squared divided by 0.36. How many tiles are there? So we have 470, comma 2. Now, here, in this scenario, anyway, comma 2. So what do we do? Let's increase by 10%, including the 10x. So we shall multiply by 1,1. Why am I multiplying by 1,1? Because it's extra. I need to increase this by 10. So I got my 100. I added the 10%. I divided by 100. That's where I got my. If you do this on your calculator, you get the answer like this. So I'm multiplying by this, right, which is 447, 2 times 1,1. The answer becomes 491,92. But remember, you can't buy a tile. You can't buy a half a tile. It has to be a full tile. So the answer here is going to be 492 tiles. 492 tiles. Okay. Provide one reason for 10% extra tiles required by the tiler. So here we are saying what? Avoid what? Avoid shortage. Avoid shortage to cater for breakings and the cuttings, these are tiles. The moment you cut it, it has to fit where it is, and the part that you've cut off, you might not use it. So we need to cater for that. Okay, determine to the nearest unit scale used to draw the floor plan if the length of the wall is 60 millimeters. Now, here we go. We are determining the scale. Remember, when you're determining the scale, we need to know what is on paper and what is in real life. Now, this is 60 millimeters. 60 millimeters. This is on paper. Why? Because it's what? Millimeters. Because they are saying determine the unit scale used to draw the floor plan if the length of the wall is 60 millimeters. So we come back here on in real life, This one is in real life. Why? These are meters, and indeed it's fine. So the length is 18 meters. So it's 60 on paper and 18 meters in real life. So what do? We change the meters to millimeters in that they match, becoming 60 millimeters now are equivalent to 18,000 millimeters in real life. Now they are both millimeters. What do? We divide through by this. We divide through by 60. Why am I dividing through by 60? I need a 1. 1 is 2. Then here now I have my 18,000. 1 is to 300. So this is the scale that was used. This one is supposed to be the hole, not the wall. Okay. Let's continue. Three 3.2. Mrs. Johnson, the chairperson of the awards committee at Queen's High, is designing the prize-giving certificates for the annual prize-giving ceremony. The certificates will have a shaded border of 2.5 centimeters, as shown in the diagram below. The length of the certificate is 28.5 centimeters, and the width is 22 centimeters. The performance level circular sticker with a radius of 8 centimeters is placed at the bottom of the certificate. This is how it will look like. This is what they are showing you. Let me put it here. Okay. So now they're asking us questions here. Calculate the diameter of this. So now remember diameter. Diameter will always equal to 2 times radius, which becomes 2 times 8. Where do I get the 8? The 8, this 8 here. All right, this 8 here. This is a radius. Why? Because it stops here. Okay. So the diameter will become 16. Don't forget these are centimeters. Determine the dimensions of the certificate without the shaded borders. What are we going to do without the shaded border? Meaning, they want from here to here. What will it be? But this will become 22 minus what? This side and minus this side. So minus 5. Why do I say 5? Because there are 2 sides and each is 2 comma and each is 2.5. So here we end up having, I believe it's 17. Let's do the same for the length. We are going to subtract. We're going to subtract, which is what? 28.5 minus 5 also. Because this distance here is 2.5. Also this distance is 2. We need to remove it. Then we end up having 23.5. I believe you've understood that. Okay. Let's come back to the question here. We said length to be 28.5 minus 2.5 minus 2.5. And this you will get 23.5 centimeters. Then the width is going to be 22 minus 25 minus 2.5, giving you 17 centimeters. Okay. They're all centimeters. Wonderful. So we are continuing. What do they say? Hence, calculate the perimeter of the inside without the border. So you've got the measurements on top here. So just come and substitute. Please, whenever you're given a formula, fight hard to see that you substitute correctly. So the formula here says 2, yes. What is the length? We've just got it as 23, so it will be 23.5 plus. What's our width now? It's 17. Close those brackets there. You can, now you're free to pick. Having done it, this is one mark. So you can pick it and put it in your calculator. Yes, say 2 open brackets 23,5 plus 17 equals 81. You understand? Straightforward. Don't forget the units. This is paper 2. Okay, Mrs. Johnson claims that the area of the unshaded part, excluding the meaning excluding the borders and the circle of the certificate to the nearest squared centimeters is 198 centimeters squared. Verify showing all calculations. Now, this is going to be, because we already got these measurements up here, so the only thing that we're going to do is get that area of the unshaded part. I'll call it AU, which is, we shall say, the area of the rectangle minus the area of the circle. So we need to find them separately. Okay, so let's say area of the rectangle will be L times B, which will give me 23,5 times 17. Why am I using this? Because I'm looking at the white part of it without borders. So 23,5 times 17, you get the answer as 399,5. This is area for the rectangle. Then go ahead and look for the area of the circle. Remember, a circle is pi r what? Squared, which is the same as 3,142 times 8 squared. So 3,142 times 8 squared. This gives you 200,09. This is the area of the circle. That's the area of the rectangle. So what we are going to do, we are going to subtract. We're going to subtract and we shall say the area of the unshaded becoming 399,5 minus 201,9. So 3,995,5 minus 201,9. The answer becomes 17,6. They said rounded off to the nearest becomes 9 centimeters what? Squared. Remember, they're telling us verify whether with the necessary calculations whether her statement is valid or not. So we shall be glad to say the statement is what? Valid. The statement is valid. All right, that marks the end of question number 3. Let's look at question number 4. Question number 4, it talks of FedEx Express. Is an international courier service company that provides rapid, reliable, and time-defined delivery to more than 220 countries and territories. To send a 5 kg box anywhere in South Africa, it will cost 2,250. The dimension of the 5 kg box are shown below. All right. Then these are inches, but then I'm here looking at it. It's a cube. So what? It's a cuboid. It's a cube. Why am I saying it's a cube? It's formed with squares. It's from squares. So simple. This one we shall continue. Then let's see. What are they telling us here? Use the above information to answer the questions that follow. Calculate in millimeters cubed the volume of a 5 kg box in millimeters cubed. Take note of that. Now we have the measurements in inches. The first thing you're going to do, change the inches to millimeters, which is what? 17 times 25. So this becomes what? Which is 4. You see that? These are millimeters now. That's the first thing you're going to do. Now, the volume is here given to you. Now, when you look at it nicely, because this volume, it will be the same as the same length, same same through, which is the same as L to the power 3. But anyway, let's substitute. So this simply means 431,8 times 431,8 times 431,8. So you end up having your answer as it's 80,509,645 millimeters. Don't forget the units. Millimeters what? Cubed. Millimeters cubed. We continue to another question that says, one of the drivers stated that the surface area of 5 kg box is more than 2 meters squared. Surface area is more than 2 meters squared. Verify your answer with necessary calculations, whether the driver's statement is valid or not. So what are we going to do? We shall need to substitute into the formula, definitely, and also. So, but remember, these are meters squared. This is what you're proving. By the units that we have, the measurements we have, 400, these are millimeters. What do? Change it to meters before you start. And it will give you 0,318. These are meters. You may leave it like this, round off at the end. So just come here, say 2 into 0, times 0, but then I'm here looking at this, only getting this. But how many times? 3 times. So I will need to multiply by 3. In other words, the same as me having 6 times 0, 431 times 0, 431. So the answer here became, the 6, I'm getting it from 2 times 3. That's where I get the 6 from. Then this other one here remained. That's why you see this. Okay. So 0,4318 times 0,4. So I have this, which is approximately 1,12 meters what? Squared. So our statement, the driver's statement is invalid. Ne? The statement is invalid. .1.3. Many of the parcels are transported with e-transmit delivery trucks. Given below are the dimension of the FedEx e-transmit delivery trucks. The dimension of the e-transmit delivery are given here. Calculate the maximum. The moment you hear this, packaging, the packaging method has to come in. The packaging method has to come in. Remember, we have 2 methods. One is practical, and the other is mathematical. But for rectangular boxes, mathematical can work. whereby you get the volume of one divided by the volume of the other. Anyway, let's look at this and we find out. So we shall ask ourselves, let me write it here. On the long side, if you've packed them, that means the length of the track divided by the length of the box, which will become length of the track, it's 22,2 divided by the length of, these are meters. Remember, we already changed because we had 4,318. These were millimeters, but we changed them to meters and we got 0,4318. So we shall come here, do the same. So I want to find out on the long side, what will I get? On the short side, what will I have? So lengthwise, on the long side, I said length of the track divided by the length of the box, which is 2,2 divided by 0,4138. They have to be in the same units, meters. So here you end up having the answer as 2,2 divided by 0,4138. Have an answer as 5,32. But then these are boxes. We round down whenever we are looking at packaging. So now on the long side, we shall only need 5 boxes. This is on the long side. What about the short side? On the short side, which means the breadth of on the short side, we shall say width of the track divided by the width of the box, which simply means we shall get the width, which is 1,5 divided by 0,4138. 1,5 divided by 0,4138. This one gives us the answer as 3,62. Since we are looking at whole numbers, we shall only take 3. Now, what about if you pack them on each other? Those ones, we call them layers. Let me write them this side. Layers. How many layers will they be? So we shall say height of the track divided by the height of the box. Height of the track divided by the height of the box. Then the height of the track is 1,6. The height of the box is still the same. So 1,6 divided by 0,318. We get the answer as 3,7. Still, here we shall only need what? So now we are looking for maximum number. So we shall say it's going to be 5 by 3. Only one layer will be having 15. 5 by 3, 5 times 3. Then how many layers are they? They are also 3. So in other words, the person or the truck will carry, this is 9 times 5, which is what? 45 what? Boxes. 45 boxes. Someone else who wanted to do the mathematical one, it would be volume of the truck divided by volume of the one box. So volume of the truck, let's see, to be 2,2 times 1,5 times 1,6 divided by 0,431 to the power 3. Why do I say to the power 3? Because it's the volume of the cuboid, which is L times L times L. So this one will become 2,2 times 1,5 times 1,6. Yeah, which is 5,2 divided by 0, 0,081. So 5,2 divided by 0,0881. All right, 4.2. 4.2 talks of FedEx travels from Detroit to Denver, either by truck or plane. The traveling time by the truck is approximately 18 hours, 48 minutes. 4.2.1, calculate the average speed. Please, whenever they give you a fun formula like this, show us the formula. Turning it around, it will make your work easy. Don't forget, whenever you look at distance, we shall always use this. So we are looking for calculate the average speed. So we are looking for, so speed will equal to distance divided by time. Make sure the time is in hours, because the formula you're telling us is supposed to be in hours. And now this is miles per hour. So the distance is here when you look at it. The distance is there already. So first and foremost, change the time. Change the time, 18 hours, 40, change it to hours only. What do? We shall say 18, these are hours already. So change the 48 minutes to hours. Are we there? Change the 48 minutes to hours. And that will bring us to 18 plus 48 divided by 60, which becomes 18 divided by, these are what? Hours. All right. So the distance is 1,200 divided by 18,8. So your distance is going to be 6 divided by 18,8. And the answer became 67.45 miles per hour. Leave it like that. 4 marks. Okay. The flight distance between Detroit and Denver is 1,862 kilometers, which is equal to 1,157 miles. Determine how many kilometers are in 1 mile. Round off to 3 decimal. Now, first and foremost, put mile on one side, then kilometer on the other side. So the miles that they have told us, so they should give us. Now they're asking how many kilometers in 1 mile. So meaning we have to turn this into 1. What do? We shall divide through by the same number. We divide through by the same number. In that here, I remain with 1. 1 what? 1 mile. Should give me 1862 divided by 1157. Yeah, I end up having 1,612. So simply meaning 1 mile is equivalent to 1,612 kilometers. Four point three. 4.3. Charles works for a seed company, helping the school to produce their own vegetable garden. These vegetables are planted in greenhouses. Annexure C, let's go to annexure C. Annexure C, this is how it will look like. Annexure C illustrates the structure of a greenhouse and all the related information. Use annexure C to answer the questions that follow. 4.3.1, calculate how many arches would be needed for 5 greenhouses. Let's go to the annexure. Under the annexure, we have the hashes are these lines that are going through like this. But they told you here, okay, yeah, it says it measures the greenhouse. This is the length, the width, and the height. 11 arches places 2 meters apart from the tunnel effect. Each arch and 5 steel rods. So they are 11 for only one. What about for 5? So here you come and say 11 times what? 5. The answer becomes 55. Then the greenhouse is 20 meters in length and held upright using the aluminium poles planted 5 meters apart. Determine the number of poles needed to keep one greenhouse upright. The number of poles. So this is so simple. 20 divided by 5. And we say what? 4 poles. Because each is going to be 5 meters apart. Okay. Charles claims that more than 50 steel rods will be needed to construct one greenhouse. Verify showing all calculations, whether the statement is valid or invalid. We go back to the statement here. They are telling us each arch has 5 each arch. So then if they are 11, you understand? We are saying there are 11 arches, each having 5. So we shall need what? 55. 55 steel rods. So they say more than. So it's valid. He said more than. Had he said 50 exactly, then it would be invalid. But he said more than, of which 55 is more than that. Okay. We have a diagram here. This is question number 4. The water tank that is included in the package is a rectangular prism as shown in the diagram below. Length is 1,2 meters, width is 1 meter, and height is 140 centimeters. Calculate in kiloliters the capacity that the water tank can store. You may use a formula. They said you may use the formula, which is sometimes true. So the capacity, then the capacity is in kiloliters. That's what they want, né? In kiloliters. So what you're going to do, make sure everything is in meters. Why? The unit that you have here that you're going to use here, it's meters cubed. So we need to change this to meters. We divide by 100. So it also becomes 4,2 meters. Now come and substitute here. 1,2 times 1 times 1,4. You are substituting incorrectly. So the answer here becomes 1,2 times 1, then 1 times 1,4. And the answer became 1,6 meters cubed. But they have told you if you only have one, if you have 1 millimeters cubed, if you have 1 meter cubed, you have 1 kiloliter. So simply meaning Our capacity is 1.68 kiloliter. Okay. Let's look at this one here. The package includes a chemical mask. Explain why a chemical mask is included in the package. One, for protection. That is it, to protect yourself from the harmful chemicals. Then there you go. There are many ways to fill the water tank. Mention one way how the water tank can be filled with water. One, from the gutter. We call it the gutter, that part that is on your roof. When rain falls, when the rain falls on the house like this other end here that we have, and it has a small pipe that goes into the tank. You can fill it that way. Or we can use a hose pipe. You connect to the tap, then you put the water in the tank. Hose pipe. If not a hose pipe, you can use what? A pump itself, like a borehole pump, right? You dig water from underground, then they fill up the tank. Okay. Others can use buckets. You can use a bucket to fill up the tank. You collect water as you fill it up. This brings us to the end of question number 2. Let's continue to question number 5.